let's have a quick look at multi-channel, multi-track comping. I've got here a drum track. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. It might be coming through my microphone. And what I've got is I've got 3 takes of the drums. Now, with these 3 takes, what I need to do is I need to comp them, but I need to comp them as a take each, and there's 8 channels of drums in each one. So at the moment, if you notice, if I try selecting just the kick drum, it just selects the kick drum. It doesn't select anything else. So I've got a couple of things I need to do here. The first thing is I need to make an empty playlist so that I can put my comp track into it. So at the moment, the main playlist, the play playlist, is this top track here, and it's full of the 3rd take. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the tracks. I've just put the fit to window as the option here for the display. Click on the track ruler, hold down Alt and select fit to window for my drum tracks. I've hidden all the other tracks so we don't have to worry about them. And then I'm just going to very quickly make that medium so I can click on a new playlist and hold down Alt whilst I do this, new playlist, and I'll get a new playlist for every single track. So my snare, my kick, everything has an empty playlist. Now that means now when I play from verse 1, we don't hear any drums. Okay, we've soloed up the kick drum there, so that's why we could hear that. So we don't hear any drums just now because this is the active playlist and there's nothing in it. So we have to populate that. I'll just show you the fit to window. So all the tracks are selected just now, so just click on fit to window. So yeah, like I said, at the moment, if I hold down, I click on solo, I'll just hear the kick drum. I have to click on snare to hear the snare drum part as well. Now, this is where groups come into play. This is where groups are very much your friend. As I showed you, if you look back at the video on groups, you'll see that how we do this and why it's important here. So what I'm going to do is, again, they're all selected. So I'm going to create a new group out of my drum tracks. So Command G to create a new group. And you see in the group are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drum tracks. I'm just going to ID those as D for drums and call this group drums. Click on OK. Now the group you'll see down here is active, and that means if I hit solo on any track, it hits solo on every single track. Okay, so again, if I want to hear take 1, if I hit on solo on the kick drum track, it solos all of the tracks in that group. Okay, so I want to hear the next take. So this is a different, oops, hang on, there we go. So this is a different take now. Oh, seems to be something wrong with the hi-hat selection on that, never mind. So you see hitting the solo, but more importantly, this is also an edit group. So that means when I select across one, it selects across all of them. Also, the promotion tool helps here. So for example, if I want to select that 8 bars of the first verse, I can select from bar 1. I can zoom in on that just to make sure I've got exactly the bars I want. I'm in grid edit mode, so that should work. I haven't quite got the selection here, or 1 beat out, so I'll just hold down shift to move that across. And now, using a single promote button, I can take that and put that up into the main take. So the whole of that take on all 8 tracks has now been promoted and becomes the take. Then for verse 2, let's say I take take 1. So again, we'll take 1 here, and we'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 of a different take, and again we just promote those. So the drum track is now a combination, an edit of those 2 takes. So we'll just solo that. So that's one of the first takes, and then it switches over to a different take at that point there. Okay, so that's using the edit modes and the group modes to make sure that you're getting everything all the time, which is makes life an awful lot simpler, especially when you're comping drums. I've had some notifications about when would you actually apply Beat Detective. I wouldn't apply Beat Detective until I've made the drum comp. Okay, there are some people who would do the Beat Detective audio quantize before that, but then you'd have to be doing it to multiple takes before you actually do it. And then all we're doing then, if we do it once we've comped the drums, is we're doing it to a single take. Okay, so just to recap, we need to make a group of the instruments, which is an edit and mix group. If I show you that once again, Command G to create a group. The instruments I have selected are in the group. It has to be a mix and an edit group. Click on OK. Okay, I've got 2 drum groups now. Okay, we can suspend a group at any time as well. So if it's not grayed down here, then that means that it's only one thing that's going to be affected by that. Okay, we've got that in group 2 as well. Okay, so there we go. That's just the kick drum. Turn on the group, and then we get all of the instruments in that group. Okay, but remembering as well, when we're making a selection, that will select all of the tracks in that group as well, and that's what you want when you're doing multi-channel comping on drums.